Hello guys, my name is Amit Sani and I welcome you in this daily UPSC MCQ series. We are discussing these questions on a daily basis. Around 10 questions are there, so it's a huge compilation for you. And these lessons are coming since 1st of June, so you get these lessons daily, even on Sundays these lessons are on. So great compilation for you according to me, and I am putting my all efforts. So explanations you get in the PDFs, and the PDF you'll get on these given sources. Pocket News app is trending on Google Play, and regarding these affordable courses, description is given below the video, and you can call on these numbers for all the queries, and chat section is there on the website there. PDF you will get here on this group. You can send me a request, and you can also find the Telegram channel there, so that's important. And you can follow me on Instagram too. Recently RBI governor gave a term called Indian Panglossian. What is this Indian Panglossian? When talking about the Indian economy, he used some words from Voltaire's Candide, and those were fitting on the Indian economy very nicely. So it got much highlight, and it was discussed much in the media sections also. Now UPSC asked some kind of unique things like that, so they may ask you about that because it was used by RBI Governor Shashikant Das and in an official release. So does it mean economy is in a best state, or is it in a depression? Actually, the issue is that in that book there is a person, and when that person thinks that everything will be good, everything will become fine eventually, and he doesn't take any step, and it is a kind of unwarranted optimism with that person. So unwarranted optimism issue is described by the India Panglossian, and so the same thing is going on with the Indian economy according to the governor, that things are not good, but we still are stuck to the unwarranted optimism, and the big steps that we need today, we need unprecedented steps today that we are not able to take. So that was a kind of a very sharp comment on the Indian economy by the governor. So that's important. C is the answer here, and you can see here. So the Pangloss beliefs are fitting straight on the Indian economy today. XDR-TB, extensively drug resistant TB. I discussed the issue of antimicrobial resistance with you, and I told you in the bacterial diseases we are using antibiotics, and when we are not completing the course, then these bacteria are suppressed for a particular time, but later they become resistant to the antibiotics, and this evolution is becoming so fast that many antibiotics are failing with the time and with a very fast pace, and it's an alarming situation for the medical fraternity all over the world, and it's a kind of a biggest challenge today. In the classic case of tuberculosis, this thing is evidently visible, where simple TB has become MDR-TB in many cases, and India is having 1/4 cases of MDR-TB, and XDR-TB cases are also there in India, China and Russia. Most of these cases are there. Now XDR-TB is a deadliest form here, although it is not impossible to cure it, but it depends on the person's body health, immunity and everything. Like the HIV patients, they are not able to bear the consequences and the treatment they cannot bear with the XDR-TB, because these drugs they create a lot of side effect, and liver, kidney, they are heavily affected. So it depends on the person's immunity and the strength also, but it is nearly impossible but not impossible to cure. So this statement is wrong, and you cannot say that it can only be developed in a patient who has left treatment in between. It can spread into the XDR-TB form also. Today it is a unique and very dangerous case where bacteria who have become resistant, they can give this power to other bacteria, they can communicate with each other, and this way a person affected with XDR-TB can spread the XDR-TB to any other healthy person. So directly that person will be affected by XDR-TB. So that's a very dangerous information. So D is the answer. Both the statements are wrong here. All these things are given. We are discussing Pretomanid, and it is recently approved by the US FDA, and this is given in the combination with bedaquiline and linezolid, means B-PAL. So they may ask you about the B-PAL. So that's the important issue here. Okay. It is used with these MDR and XDR-TB patients. Next, nitrate pollution. All over the world, they are analyzing the consequences and the effects of the nitrate pollution. But which are the issues associated with nitrate pollution? You see, all are very different options, but the issue is that the answer would be D all. Algal bloom. What are algal blooms? You must have seen green lakes and green stagnant water. What happens when organic matter that enters that water body, or maybe some nitrogenous fertilizers like the nitrate, when they enter these bodies, then that fertilizer, means the nitrate, supports the growth of phytoplanktons and the algae. So that water becomes green after some time, because the very small green microalgae is there. So that is algal bloom. So it is caused by nitrate pollution, and it is also creating a issue of BOD crisis in the lake, because that organic matter which is flourished because of the nitrate pollution, that will be dead after some time, and it all will be consumed by the bacteria, and they will use the dissolved oxygen there, and it will create a crisis in the water, the oxygen crisis, and the biochemical oxygen demand will be there, and more the BOD is there, more polluted and smelly water will be there. It will be turned into black water, and H2S will be created, and that is a very smelly gas. So that is the case of nitrate pollution. Next, it is also called eutrophication. Next, green revolution. India's green revolution was based on the fertilizer revolution, and nitrate was the main contributor there. So that is also associated with that. Third, as a consequence of it, they say now, the scientists say that short-term exposure of nitrate does not affect much, but the long-term exposure can bring changes in the heights and the growth of the adults. So that's the case, and D all would be the answer here. All are connected with it. Okay, so that's the case. Green revolution started in 1960s with the use of synthetic fertilizer, and nitrate was a main component there. Like the urea was the issue. Urea has nitrogenous fertilizer and nitrate is there. So that's the case. Okay. Next, marriage age. It's a new, unique and interesting phenomena where it is being discussed that Article 14 is there. Article 14 means equality before law. And there it's a challenge that why there is a different age for male and female. This must be equal, and the difference is contrary to the equality before law, Article 14. So it is being challenged by some legal arguments here. Now people say that it's a sign of patriarchy, that male's age is always more than the female's age normally. Although any aged person, they can marry, but normally it is decided, the age which is decided accordingly in the law, that is problematic. So all these acts are associated with the marriage age. Indian Majority Act 1875 decided that 18 is the age of majority, and then they can marry. Then Hindu Marriage Act 1955, Special Marriage Act 1954, IPC also said that below a certain age, no female can be exploited sexually. So the sexual intercourse below a certain age is not allowed. So it was IPC 1860, then some changes was brought up, then came the Age of Consent Bill, then the Sarda Act came. So all these are related with this issue. So the answer would be D all. And you can see here the argument which is given, Article 14 and 21, these are cited here. 75 talks about the age of 18, and Special Marriage Act 54, Prohibition of Child Marriage Act 2006, and Hindu Marriage Act 25. They talk about 21 years and 18 years ages for males and females. IPC Age of Consent Bill. Age of Consent Bill has had a very unique history. You see, when it came by the end of 19th century, then it was opposed by Lokmanya Tilak. He said that we do not want any changes in our tradition, and Britishers are not allowed to bring those changes. Whatever changes will be needed, we will bring those. So it was a very kind of a conservative thought by Lokmanya Tilak when he supported the child marriage there. So that was a huge problem, and the Britishers, they wanted to raise the age for girls to get married. So this went on, and in 27 the Age of Consent Bill came, and then the Child Marriage Restraint Act 1929 came, when they fixed the age for 16 and 18 years. Means 18 for male, 16 for female. So that was also based on that patriarchal system. Means the bigger age is there for the male. It was famous with the name of a Sarda Act, and eventually in 78 they made the final changes as 18 and 21 age for female and male. Okay, now Law Commission says that at 18 years of age they are eligible to vote. So this age is okay for both males and females, and set it for 18 years for both. Okay. Next, Bauer 373 missile system. It's a very advanced system. It's a very unique and interesting one. Why? Because Iran has developed it. When Russia denied the S-300 missile defense system, and then Russia came up with S-400 also. We have signed the deal for S-400. But when they denied S-300 to Iran, then Iran developed its own. It's the first indigenous air defense missile system, and that is very much capable. It says that it will compete with S-300 and 400, and it will compete with the American missile defense system also. So the Bauer means believe, means Iran wants others to believe that Iran is very strong. So do not dare to mess with Iran. So Bauer 373 air defense system. You can see the picture in 16 they came up with the model, and January 18 the clearance was given, and now they have officially launched it. Okay, you can see 22nd of August, Hassan Rouhani inducted Bauer 373 air defense system. Okay, these are important. Next, Tridip Suhrud. Tridip Suhrud is an athlete, scientist, writer, or a chess grandmaster. Tridip Suhrud, Dr. Tridip Suhrud, actually, I must add doctor, because he is a writer, and he has recently edited a very important diary by granddaughter of Mahatma Gandhi. The diary of Manu Gandhi, it was written in very many volumes, and first volume was published in 1944, and then it was approved by Mahatma Gandhi also, because it was based on the Gandhi's life. It talked about many details about the Gandhi's life. It talked about the Kasturba Gandhi's health, and she was there with Gandhi till the end of Gandhi's life. So her memoir is very important. And now Dr. Tridip and Oxford University Press, they have edited it and they have translated it into English, because originally it was written in the Gujarati language. So that's important. And National Archives of India, which is there in Delhi now, that has brought it out. So that's the book. The name is Diary of Manu Gandhi. Okay, Manu is her name. Prahlad Patel has launched this book, and that's important. All the details are there. National Archives of India, it was established in 1891 in Kolkata. Then when the capital got shifted to Delhi in 1911. Okay, when King and Queen, they came to Delhi, then in 1911, it was a grand darbar in Delhi, and Delhi became the official capital of India. So then this National Archive of India, it got shifted to New Delhi, actually Delhi, and in 1926 they built a important building for National Archives of India, and it was designed by Sir Edwin Lutyens. The Lutyens Delhi, we all know about that. The main North Block, South Block, the Presidential House, all are designed by Edwin Lutyens. Next, Union Ministry of Railways has directed all the regional offices to ensure complete removal of single plastic use. Plastic is the hottest topic. Every day I'm telling you, read everything about the plastic. Read every consequence, every issue, every important legislation, all the bodies, all the convention, everything you must read about plastic this year. So they have banned the single plastic use. When Modi announced about this issue, so they have banned it after Parliament banned it. So it will be applicable from 2nd of October this year, Gandhi Jayanti, 150th commemoration of Gandhi's birthday. So from that day it will be applicable. So this is wrong. And second, they have set a limit, means 50 micron thickness must be there, and below that means less than 50 micron thickness plastic will be banned, and not more than that. And they will have to see it is not changing the functionality of the product. So that is the case. There will be machines, means the plastic crusher machines will be there, and it will be the issue of extended producer's responsibility. Means 1853 machines will be installed all over the country, and they will take back these bottles, and these will be recycled there. So that is the case of single-use plastic bottles, and less than 50 micron thickness, not more than that, less than that. So both are wrong statements. D, none is the answer here. You can see in the picture, this is the machine, and this way they are going to put these bottles inside this machine. Okay, and less than 50 micron thickness material plastic will be banned. The Nepal banned single plastic use in the Everest area, so that was the 21st of August, and then Parliament announced it, then Railway announced it, and the very next day the traders body also announced to ban the single plastic use. So a lot of things are happening regarding single plastic. We have banned the import also. Okay, next, International Day commemorating the victims of acts of violence based on religion or belief. Means the people who believe in certain religion or belief, if these are attacked because of that, then to commemorate their lives, and if they are surviving, then recognizing them. That is started this year only. So it was the first observance of this day on 22nd of August. So that's correct. But it is not observed every year since its inception. It is a wrong statement, because this year on 28th of May, it was decided that it will be observed on 22nd of August every year, and 21st of August is the commemorating day for the victims of acts of violence based on terrorism. So 21st of August, the terrorism victims, and the 22nd of August means religion or belief based victims. Okay, so that's the case, and only one is the answer here. You can see resolution which was adopted 73296 by UNGA. Okay, next, the government has approved a proposal to declare which type of ocean energy. So according to your this official statement, the proposal is passed now, and all various forms of ocean energy, they are declared as renewable energy now. It's an unlimited source, because ocean water is moved from sun's energy, sun's gravitation, and the moon's gravity. So that's the case. But you see, there is a trick. The answer will not be all. Answer would be 1, 3 and 4, because geothermal energy is not the oceanic energy. It is the energy due to the earth's heat. So with the geothermal vents and some other hot springs and some other lavas and all, when they come out, then geothermal energy is experienced. So that is the heat energy of earth, not the ocean's energy. All others are a form of ocean energy. Two types of energies are there, the mechanical energy and the wave energy there. So 1, 3, 4 is the answer here. D is the answer. You can go through the detail here, and they have clarified about this. The tidal energy, ocean wave energy, ocean thermal energy, and thermal and mechanical, two categories are there. And thermal energy is very unique, means sun's heat warms the surface water, but the bottom water is very cold. So this difference creates energy, and that can be tapped there, and it was assessed on the Khambhat coast that around 12,455 megawatt electricity they can produce with this wave energy and tidal energy. So that's very, very important. Okay, next, microplastics. As I told you, plastics are very important this year. Microplastics are not a specific kind of plastic, but rather any type of plastic fragment that is less than 0.5 millimeter in length. No, it is only 5 millimeter. Means it's bigger than that. The given is 0.5. It is actually 5 millimeter. Less than that, these are called microplastics. But recently WHO said that according to present assessment and reports, bigger than 150 micrometer plastic is not harmful for the humans, because that cannot be absorbed by bodies. So from 150 micrometer means micrometer is smaller than the millimeter. So 0.1 millimeter or 150 micrometer. Bigger than that is not harmful. So that's a kind of relaxation, but they are not sure about that. They cannot say it perfectly. They say that we need more time and more research to be done, and then we'll be sure about that. So this is correct. First is wrong. So only 2 is the answer here. The detail is given here, and this is all for today. Thanks a lot. Keep watching. It was Amit Sani.